Go ahead.
Okay, let's call this meeting to order at 1:31 p.m.
Rudy Castellano,
Present.
Mike Sweeney,
Here.
Mike Cousins,
Here.
Travis Martinez,
Present.
Mike Martinez,
Here.
David Marquez.
Here.
There is a quorum.
Thank you, Shani. Any changes to the agenda today? Any changes for the agenda today or anything? Have a motion to the agenda.
I move that we approve the agenda as presented.
I'll second that. Okay, we have a motion by Mike Sweeney, second by Mike Martinez, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? For the minutes,
Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the minutes as presented. And read them in the first week. What do you get?
I'll second Rudy's motion.
okay, thank you. We have a motion by Rudy, a second by Mike Sweeney, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Any public input today? I guess not.
I did not receive any public input for this meeting.
Thank you. Move to business items. A recommendation items. Number one, recommendation for approval of addendum number 3 to contract number 3958-23 with Mold Corporate and Associates for professional engineering service.
I have a question, Mr. Chairman and Travis. How many addendums do we go before we rebid? 3. So these are all on the list. Yes, sir. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Chairman, I'll make a motion to with addendum 3, contract 3958-23 with Mobile Building Associates for professional engineering services.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion by Mike Martinez, a second by Mike Sweeney, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 2, recommendation for approval of addendum number 3 to contract number 3959-23 with the electric horseman for commercial electrical services.
If I can speak real quick, all of these are just on fault of facts. As needed.
Where is the electric portion located?
They're here, Vegas.
In Craig's. In Craig.
I believe that's the value.
In Craig.
It used to be Dennis that said,
Okay. It's still Dennis? Or
it's not Dennis, it's the other one that took over.
Daryl?
And I forgot his name.
Another entire one.
And I think so, he retired and left everything to.
That's all right. I will
Would you like to please, very good.
I make a motion with among 2 recommendation for approval of addendum number 3 to contract number 3959-23 with electric portion for commercial electrical services be approved.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Mike Sweeney, a second by Mike Martinez, all in favor,
Aye.
opposed?
And that was the citywide contract, so. All you call to talk
All
about
departments.
next year.
Number 3, recommendation for approval of addendum number 23 to contract 3960-23 with New Image Construction Incorporated for on-call commercial plumbing services.
Any information on the contracts?
So I'll just give you some information. Number 3 and number 4 are the same contract. Those ones are basically if we have extreme water leaks and water department's not able to get to the water leaks, we have them on call. Wastewater, same thing.
Mr. Chairman, can we group both of those to inform one check one motion?
Yes.
All right, so I make the motion that we do. Items 3 and 4 into one motion. They're both recommendations for approval of plumbing services, one by the New Age Construction and the other one by all-in-one evacuation. Excavation. I'll second that motion.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion by Rudy, a second by Mike Martinez, all in favor,
Aye.
opposed? Okay, number 5 is recommendation for approval of addendum number 3 to contract 3965-23 with Double E Incorporated for maintenance and emergency repairs to the city's natural gas transmission unit.
So on this one as well, it's one of those things to as needed basis. We like to have somebody on contract for in case there is an emergency in reference to our transmission line from Pomar, all the way from Pomar, all the way to Las Vegas. There is any for the gas leak or any type of maintenance, something that needs to be done. This is where we utilize double E, we've utilized in the past in reference to the emergency situations and as needed basis.
Are these, if everything should go and need repairs, you have contact with the company that provides it from wherever, right?
So that
In other words, this gas is being brought from out of state.
Once it becomes a city's property, it's a city's liability.
If the city's liabilities, but they don't have any liabilities with the transmission line.
transmission line we have to.
Once it passes Omar, it becomes a city property.
And before that,
It's,
Zio, yeah,
from there, there's.
Zio, it's Zio, and then from Zio it goes to Raton,
Right.
then from Raton, Trinidad, all that.
yeah, if I may speak to you, the contract real quickly, this is actually an important contract to the gas department. Because they don't have nobody certified to weld on those major transmission lines. So this contract is kind of an emergency for him.
Yes. So thank you, fellas.
That's. Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve addendum 3 contract 3965-23 to double E for maintenance and emergency repairs to city natural gas transmission lines. That's like in that motion. Letting work in the city also. And that means.
Yeah, we have a motion by Mike Martinez, a second by Rudy, all in favor, opposed? Six, recommendation for approval of addendum number 3 to contract 3948-23 with Gallatin Operational Service Solutions LLC for water and wastewater plant management.
Mr. Chairman, Travis, are there any people to run this? Or are they getting, like Matthew, the ones that do?
They're the ones that have done it before. Right now, they're not really working too much with wastewater because we've been paying a little for it. They're helping us with drinking services as well as some testing that we're doing, but they're mostly up at the water treatment plant. Yeah,
What's that other company you have to?
it's the same company, but
Sing Paul.
that's it.
So I know.
Starter Miller and Gallatin is just a branch off of SMA operation.
Okay.
This is their last year, so
And meaning that you're gonna take that public forward.
there's some stuff that's gonna be talked about with executive office moving forward. But right now, we do need this contract, so. As emergency as Dave needs his transmission, as emergency as I need his operation.
I'll go ahead and move the recommendation for approval of addendum number 3 to contract number 3948-23 with Gallatin Operational Solutions LLC for water and wastewater management, plant management. We approve it.
One second.
Okay, we have a motion by Mike Sweeney, a second by Mike Martinez, all in favor?
Thank you.
Opposed? I guess everybody likes your monthly report.
Good for you, bro. That's very good. And you guys know my monthly reports. They're here for you guys. Take them home, read them. Highlights are just the key goals that we have, what we have next month. Some of the target goals we have for wastewater, water distribution. You know, there's some key highlights in here for. I know we have David Montano. He's actually studying to go get his CDL. He's a new guy. The interrogator, we repaired it. It's up and running again. We have it over there injecting the sludge from wastewater. We've been hauling. I think this last month we hauled over 20,000 gallons. That goes to the airport. That goes to the airport and it gets injected. We're working on the phosphorus. We're working on lowering the nitrogen. We actually have a lot of targeted upgrades we're doing to the wastewater facility as we speak. In the next 2 weeks, we actually have an upgrade to the UV system. So that'll help with the effluent reuse. We are hoping that we can get the reuse started here within the next week. Of course, that's all dependent on the state because according to EP 1118, our permits, we can't do it till April 1st, but we did a request to see if we can start it early. But that's all dependent on NED. What else do I have here? Water distribution. Of course, we've been working on the water main there on Hot Spring. We're trying to get everything finished up and moving forward before we start doing that road. I know Solano, he was out. One of our guys was out because he had a brain tumor or something. Yeah. Anyway, he was out for a couple months, but he's back. He made a full recovery.
That's huge for you guys. Well, also.
That we asked for you guys. Yeah, because he's one of our operators. They're working on installing a new water line there on Delgado, another 480 feet. We're working on estimates for the next year's project on budgets. I did direct the water manager to get me at least 3 or 4 major projects that we can do within house, so that way we can get those projects upgraded and hopefully we can get it within our budget. Of course, water quality, we take the 5 samples and all acceptable ranges. We've done scheduled maintenance, water leaks, fire hydrants, new water services. Infrastructure development projects, we're trying to relocate a 3/4 inch water line behind the house to the 2300 block of New Mexico Avenue and relocate it to the front house to get out of the private properties. We're planning a 2-inch line replacement on South Street with 8 new water services to be renewed. Of course, they're working on the Delgado. Usually the water guys' response time is around 15 minutes to 30 minutes. 15 minutes if it's after work, 30 minutes if it's at 2, 3 in the morning. So we try to get there as fast as we can. We just got one new Ford of 150. We got a Ford 550 flatbed. We are trying to obtain more equipment. The more equipment we have, the faster we can get these projects that we have done.
Did your legislature help you with anything?
We're still working on that.
Okay.
Let's see, water treatments. Filter beds are all online. Right as we speak right now, the SCADA, they're going through their training. So we're hoping now by the end of the month, SCADA will be finalized and done. Filter beds are finalized and operating. It's kind of cool how the SCADA and the filter beds are working now because SCADA has the filter beds to where they're shifting. So they're not running 24/7 all the time now. So 2 will run at one time, and then they'll shut off, 2 will run at another time. And then everything is dependent on the tank, the cabin side tank. So if the cabin side tank is full, the water treatment plant will go into idle. And then when it drops 5 feet, what's 5 feet? So if it drops, just give me a quick minute. If it drops 625,000 gallons, the plant will come off of idle and it'll start filling the tank up. That's all done by SCADA. So right now it's pretty cool. So that way the plant itself doesn't run constantly 24/7. And everything is dependent on the consumption account. So Valencia starts taking, Luna starts taking, cabin site starts going out, then the plant will come off the light and will fill everything back up. Once everything's filled back up, it'll go back inside.
We have seasonal equipment that flows more than usual, like summer.
Mhm.
Is that the thing?
Well, we're just finishing the SCADA now, so this will be the first time that we get to utilize this system now for summer. But it's pretty awesome the way that it works. All the employees are pretty stoked about it, I guess is the way to put it. And now if something kicks off when the guy's at home on call, alarm goes off, he's able to get on the computer, see if he can fix it. Done. If he can't fix it, he can bypass it. The next day they come in and get everything fixed. Now they don't have to come in, they don't have to drive from wherever they're at. Take 2-3 hours to diagnose something that's going on when they already know what's going on before they even get there. So
Take care of it.
saves time, saves a lot of time. Let's see. We've actually been in compliance with the TOCs, so organic carbons. We're waiting on the byproducts from the state, so that way we can settle that violation that we have. But the way everything's coming back, we've been in We've been in compliance. Yes, the water is good to drink. It's actually some of the best water we have. If you can tell the difference now. We've done a lot of upgrades. Our monthly sampling, everything has been within compliance, same thing with our quarterlies. We do our filter profile. We did a tour with United World College. We actually got a call from a family that's coming down from Shawnee, what's the family that's coming down that wants to see the water plant?
Her name is Mrs. Kaiser. And they're coming down to visit from Michigan. And she said that she has a son that is interested in, I guess he's gonna go to school for engineering. And they wanted to tour the water plant and see exactly how the city was able to recover from the Calf Canyon Hermit's Peak fire.
So we're getting requests from everywhere that people want to come and see all the upgrades and everything we've done in lieu of actually falling in compliance with how, you know, and, you know, all the water storage tanks are over 95% full. Bradner Reservoir is at 290, Peterson is 184, Story Lake is 799 acre feet, which is 1,256 acre feet of raw water.
Have you used any of it?
No, sir. Well, we do utilize out of Bradner, but Story Lake we don't. We haven't used that. Taylor Well, we stopped utilizing that to fill up Valencia. So because the plant kept turning up and idle all the time, we started going back to the normal operations where cabin side will fill Luna and Luna will fill Valencia.
Now, we might move it. That SCADA, can we all balance off each other like these should be on public SCADA?
No, we don't have Luna or Valencia on SCADA. We just have the cabin site. So everything from Luna to Valencia.
When the Taylor wells, how will it go? Then it's fine, but then later.
Nothing making.
Better if they're filling each other. Fueling you want to.
Yeah.
Everyone,
Eventually, what we want to do is we want to put the other tanks on SCADA as well.
that would have.
Yeah, well, the way that we have been looking at it is we want to put the two tanks on SCADA and put the Taylor Well system on SCADA too. So that way we can have the data when we need it or whenever we fully need it operation. It'll be as easy as flipping the file. And the only reason that we're doing that is because we're trying to cut the reaction time, you know, by a lot. So, I mean, if we're able to do that within an emergency, we'll be able to prevent a lot instead of.
So whenever you run the other 2 tanks or 3 tanks, you're gonna. The cabin, Phoenix, Branchwood, and they're full. 3 tanks are fitted. They'll be up speed also.
We're gonna try and see if we can put that within the planning.
It's again,
The Valencia tanks, there's 2 tanks there.
One is,
Taylor Well is going into the water tank.
yes, sir.
What's going into the tank that used to hold diesel? That's the Pollard tank.
That's reuse.
Part
Reuse.
effluent is going into the diesel tank.
I didn't know it was a diesel.
Yes, I know, I lived
No,
there.
I'm saying I didn't, I didn't know.
The
it was
diesel tank is,
The taller one?
yes, the taller one to the
Right, I'm sorry.
south side, south,
I didn't know.
south, yeah, north side is the water tank, the original water tank.
Mhm.
It used to be 10 feet with black, and it was a home run. Above the black, hitting the black, it was only double.
I didn't know it was a diesel thing, wow. I didn't know that.
I know they had a big generator.
Yeah, when they brought the generator, they put in that diesel tank
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
to run.
Gary Miller.
The revolution for a month.
And of course, just working with conjunction with Burns and McDonald and Plexus on the water treatment plants. We're 60% design. That's at the state engineer's office for AECom with Peterson Dam.
Okay.
So we're still waiting to hear back from them.
Now, excuse me, is that, you're not adding to the old building or it's going to continue building
The water treatment facility, it'll be brand new.
at that same location?
Was this information on channel 7 or one of the TV stations that I saw?
I don't watch the news, I couldn't tell you.
The fake news and
I couldn't tell you.
jump, don't watch it.
Yeah,
I was on TV.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, they were talking about the Las Vegas plant, they would get in that we were in the barrel plants. Which I thought was that's good.
We're trying to make everything more efficient for the operators, making more efficient for our operations, as well as the chemistry of the water that's coming down the river.
I was gonna ask you the same question that I asked last one, because the water behind the uptake being monitored. I was going to either the house when I had the park in the back, water was splitting out of a pipe like crazy.
You know what, I need to get with my staff on that, I told them to check it out, but I spaced it out, I will,
It's running out the street too.
I'll get with them and see, but I know I brought it to their attention, I haven't followed up.
It's like a discharge or something, or maybe just, it's clear water, it was not murky. I was gonna take a video of it, and I said, man, I can't do a photo example.
It could be some of those buildings have some pumps in the basement.
Yeah, this was pumping water straight up and into the street.
And this was where?
Right at the altitude.
Oh, yeah.
By the bench.
Cause I always have that problem over here, right here on, Valencia and Bridge Street. That building that's always shooting out.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, that's the one? Oh, so that one right there basically is the water gets in, the groundwater gets into their basement
Yeah,
and they have to pump it out.
into the street.
Well, they're pumping, yeah, they're basically pumping it out. They have nowhere else to pump it to. They've been doing that for years.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, that's not a water leak or nothing.
Is that the building owner that's pumping it?
But I think what's happening is the street is reaching a saturation point. Where it's no longer going into the ground, it's surfacing.
Saturating.
Yeah, the street is.
No, well, if you go and when they're pumping it out, there's a lot of water that comes out. And then, of course, it just stays there, you know what I mean?
Maybe type of, or shoot into the street.
But
Into the river. But yeah,
that's,
that's private.
yeah, that's something.
The street isn't though, right?
No,
Because they're pumping it into the street.
but I'm not the public works director either.
You're right.
I'll just give you Arnold's number. Yeah, no, we've already assessed that before and it just,
So it's not a water issue?
it's not a city thing, it's groundwater that gets into their basement, they have to pump it out.
But the way it was worded earlier, I thought that'd be a lot of factors from it. But it's not.
Yeah, but yeah, I was just worried that there's a big leak or something because it was quite.
I've seen it several times.
It's been like that for years. I mean,
That building has settled.
It's been that way a long time.
yeah, it's been like that for a long time. Yeah, when I remember when I got out there, the guy, I asked him, what are you guys doing? I'm pumping the water and you look in there. Nothing, the groundwater just gets in there and they have to pump it out.
Springs. There's a lot of those springs.
Especially over there.
Okay, thanks. That answers that question.
My groundwater gets into the
City line.
And just to bring it to you guys' attention, I'm no longer in charge of customer service.
Okay.
You didn't need it anyway,
No,
too much.
well, me and the finance director were messing around one day and And so I think you should take over. I said, because you tend to find out everything faster than I do. So he's like, okay, he goes, give it to me. And I went to give him my case. They're like, okay, so now it's his.
Yeah, and I'm really fine with that because it gives you more time to concentrate on some of the needs, your expertise. Yeah, not that.
Who's the finance director now?
Morris Madrid.
Morris?
Yeah, it just, to me, customer service is more of a finance thing. They give us some money, they give us all of that. I sat on them a couple of the audits and I didn't have nothing to say because it was all directed to finance, so I just pleaded the case that I thought that department fell under that other department.
It does.
And now with that off of my hands, I've been able to concentrate more on my facilities and do more of what I have.
That's why I figured that's fine.
And that's it for me. I mean, there's more to it. If you guys want to take it home, you guys can.
I'll go through mine, very quickly as well. Also, division goals remain the same for the natural gas, provide a safe and reliable service for our community customers. Ensure all gas employees are okay qualified and knowledgeable on gas system and field operations. We do have 2 neighbors who are coming up right now. They are doing the practice run test. We have those capabilities with what we implemented last year with the energy well met. We're able to set up pre-testing as well to see where they're at. It's a questionnaire that consists of 10 questions the first time, next one is 15. One is 15, then after they're able to successfully pass and complete those, we're able to put into the pre-testing programs. After we do the pre-testing programs, we're able to start the journey of OQ qualifying along with the field evaluation. So we do have 2 employees getting prepared for that. Improve employee development and technical and customer service areas. Of course, strengthening cross-training efforts to improve teamwork and operational efficiency. Conduct monthly and weekly safety meetings. So we've been doing is at the end of every week, every Friday, we go to the O&M manual. Same thing for solid waste and the city of Las Vegas Natural Gas Department. We actually do almost like mock trainings as well within the department and try to strengthen their skills as far as keeping impression up, but also giving those skills to the new employees as well. Relocated gas service line at 2214 Mexico Avenue. Relocated gas line on Santa Fe Street. Install new gas service at 1033 Fifth Street. Install new valve box at Faithway Parking Lot and for concrete along with it. Fabricate and install gate at Palmar Regulator Station to provide secondary exit. So that at the main regulator station at Palmar, one of the main regulator stations as it transfers over from Zia to the city of Las Vegas Natural Gas. We do have a main regulator station, the transmission line. It is fenced in. At one point in time, it only had 1 point of entry. Didn't have a secondary. Our welders refabricated a secondary gate, which now is in place. So we are in compliance as well with PRC and regulations. Receive new backhoe for daily operations. Gas fuel assisted solid waste with trash truck repairs. So along with those, some of the arms, they do tend to weaken over time. We do have to take those into mechanics to get welded and fabricated. We do have certified welders within the gas that actually conserves and helps out the budget monitoring with the solid waste, and are able to fabricate and do the repairs necessary through the welding. Haul milling from Airport Road to solid waste and to Mullins. As you guys do know, with the project that is taking place, we are trying to implement a secondary maintenance shop at Mullins. So we have been taking millings over there to not only upkeep but upgrade the facility over there, along with the transfer station. If you guys have gone to transfer station as of recent, there were a lot of potholes along the roadway going up. There was a lot of potholes on the entryway. All that has been improved and taken care of.
The speed bump.
Oh, the speed bump came over, so,
That was good.
yeah, so one of the things right now that is being discussed right now, we're actually waiting to get this actually to PO. We did actually implement a requisition to actually do a storm drain right before the scale as far as coming down from where the transfer station is. We are going to do a storm drain.
So along with the storm drain, we are in discussion with the speed bump as well. Are we gonna keep the speed bump or we're gonna move it? The whole purpose for the speed bump there, and I've said this before, is for safety reason. Some people come in the scale and they right, we take off. The speed bump keeps our customers level headed along with keeping them safe as well. Where they don't want to ramp the speed bump, so they do go over with caution with the trailer or with trucks. Yeah, so I mean, to move it, and I'll be honest with you, I would actually even have a secondary speed bump, just to keep it a little bit more in safe ways for our transportation and our employees, along with our customers, of course.
Yeah, I kind of mentioned it, but
Yeah, no, you know, we are. So one of the things that we take communication was hungry. So one of the things I do want to do is actually paint around the scale. Yeah, we do actually want to put a guardrail eventually along the building as well, with the switch along by the scale. But when we do the upgrades, the painting on the scale, we want to upgrade the, at least painting on the speed bump where there are stripes, where it is a little bit more visible, where people see it. They're saying, well, where is the speed bump? You know, so I hear you loud and clear. We're going to try to make those changes as well to help our customers.
Along those lines, gentlemen, whoever is picking up the trash on the almost in those areas is really on the ball. He's really predictable. And he needs to be told that he's doing a good job, because sometimes prior to this, I'd say as much as 3 months ago, we never knew when it was going to show up, and sometimes 7 o'clock, sometimes 10, sometimes after lunch, and now you can set your clock away.
And the thing that I've learned in my role as, water wastewater director, and Dave can probably feel the same way, is there's a lot of investment needed within the departments that just haven't been there, I guess you could say.
And Travis is also right there. And when he also says that, it's almost even the investment towards even the employees. So when we go back even to just cross-referencing back to what you're stating on Alamo, at one point in time, when I took over, we had 8 employees, that's all the waste. So when you talk about 8 employees, and you think about how many drivers you have just with 8 employees, along with a skilled attendant, along with a manager, along with somebody at the transfer station, it's your first staff. So you're very,
You're lucky you have 3 drivers.
Oh, yeah.
you guys don't see kids.
you're very restricted as to what you can do.
And then if you don't do investments on your vehicles, you have one truck running because the other truck's down. Why? They run 24/7,
Right. So what we've been doing right now, to figure going back even to a year and a half ago, from 8 employees, we have 23 employees right now. So when you're able to see what you're able to mandate, what you're able to do, but along with the investments that Mr. Martinez mentioned, along with the equipment, and actually having secondary equipment. So what's going on before is they're relying on one truck, but they're only relying on 2 drivers as well with that truck. Right. So one driver would call in, or one driver's on vacation, one truck went down, guess what now? We're at the mercy of waiting for this truck to get up. We're trying to do it along with the cross training investment with the equipment. So while in and doing with your employees as well. So if you have the investment with your equipment and your employees, well, if you have to take vacation, guess what? Somebody's going to cover that because the cross training to cover that. But more importantly, if something goes down, well, you have a secondary truck that's going to replace that truck. We're trying to do that where we actually have 2, 3 trucks in inventory ready to go. When we're down to 1 truck in reference to a front end loader, well, then now we're in trouble. Now we got to get that second truck up and running and getting going, or find out where we're at with the mechanic and where we're going. But that's one of the things we've been trying to implement to be efficient and provide a safe, efficient service to our community, but to mitigate those issues where is it going to be at 7? Going to come at 9 today, it's going to come at 2:30. We're trying to be as efficient as possible.
And it also stays on the wear and tear on the trucks because of the fact that they're not rushing. I mean, they're on.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The arms go last long.
And like Travis mentioned as well too, and I think a lot of even our constituents, they tend to forget. I know you guys all know this, but a lot of people tend to forget that the fall waste truck, it's a heavy piece of equipment, and it's ran every day, 8 hours every day. That's a big expensive piece of equipment that's running daily. And so even the turns, everything, like you have wear and tear on your tires, wear and tear on your hydraulic hose, you have wear and tear on mechanic, everything. So even regardless, even while they are being safe and they're being efficient, they're being a little bit more in a timely manner, stuff does still happen and they're still wear and tear that takes place.
Okay, are you talking 7 days old?
6 days a week. Okay, yes, and I want to say about,
And I-
5.5 days. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, because, yeah, 5 days, it's Monday to Friday, Saturday is a half day. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Saturday is a half day. I know there's been talk about possibly Sundays and whatnot. The thing is I do have staff as well. Also, they have families as well. I've taken that into consideration. We've had people in the past when we do go through holidays, when we go through a holiday schedule, the constituents are starting to understand what's taking place as far as working with us and putting out their bins the day before or 2 days before, etc. And all us tackling those where we're cramming in for the week. But I still also get constituents who are almost like, well, why don't you work on Christmas Eve? Why you work on Thanksgiving and you do overtime will be great, what I'm doing. Drivers telling, well, hey, you know what, sir, I have family as well too that they're coming down from Colorado, also we need to hang out with as well, you know, so. And we'll freak also.
And, we look into, we just don't look at the now, we look at the future, like right now. We're working with the water distribution and Michael actually like this one. We found a piece of equipment where we want them to come and demonstrate for us. What they do is they hook up to one hydrant and they go and they hook up to the other hydrant. And what the truck does is it sucks the water through. As it does it, it's removing all of the sediments and everything within the pipe. And it's recirculating the water. So it catches all the sediments and everything within a section of water. And it cleans everything out. And of course, the water goes back into the pipe. We want to invest in a piece of equipment like that so that way we can start working in town and start cleaning out the distribution for years of sediment. I mean, you're going to get it regardless. It doesn't matter. But that piece of equipment will not only help us out with the removal of our organics and byproducts, but it'll also help us circulate the dead ends and, all the disinfection and everything that we do need. And if we can invest in a piece of equipment like that, then our distribution will last longer than what it is, and we don't have to worry about breaks and kinks and stuff like that as we're upgrading,
What kind of cost?
For right now, we're kind of looking into it.
Preliminary.
What are 500,000 for?
I wouldn't say that expensive, less, but we're gonna see something that we can utilize. So we're looking into it right now. Like I said, it's something we want to look into. We want to get demonstrations. We want them to see how it's going to work for us. And if it's something that the city can utilize, like I said, this thing to go hook up to every single thing and you'll have a whole job for 2 guys for an entire year cleaning out the system. And it removes sediment, it removes everything from the pipe and you don't lose no water at all.
Along that line, I've got a request for you. The south end of Collins Drive. It's right at the top of the golf course. It's a dead end. But the main dead end there too, and that house at the dead end gets like very stagnant water at times because there's not a lot of people that live on that.
South of the car, is that the golf course?
Yeah, it's right at the end of the Collins Drive.
The south end, dead ends at the golf course.
And then, because if you could put it on some kind of a schedule to do it, because, it's been vacant now for what, a couple of months or something, and, you can tell the toilets are sticking and it's just, the water, if you use a little bit, it comes out really dirty and dark and gross, and you have to run it for 3 or 4 minutes before you.
What would you put into if you?
Shawnee,
Well, it could, sooner or later, they could get it to the golf course. There's a line there not too far from there that feeds those houses at the top of the golf course. It could be done.
well,
But
we have a program going on right now, water distribution, we're looking into
I used to see it.
all our data together. It's gonna take time.
Yeah.
But we have that working out because, of course, we like the water circulated, so. Travis and I have been looping a lot of dead ends together.
Yeah, well, we did for quite a while and we had a list of, but I don't think that one was ever even like considered as a, you know, I think they had it on a schedule to flush once in a while, but I think it needs to be looked at for a loop.
Okay, well, we'll take that into consideration. I will get with the water line. But right now, what we'll do is we'll go out there and see if we can flush it. But we'll see if we can put it on the schedule and see how we can maybe tie it in. I mean, the better it is for that, the better off we are all over town, honestly, to tell you the truth.
Well, everybody's got people.
And we're trying, like I said, you know, there's a lot of investments that we're trying to do, and if we can get like this piece of equipment, you know what I mean? We were even, me and him were even talking about it earlier, we we're like, we can utilize like for this. This would be a perfect time for a piece of equipment like that, just to go hook up and
Test it out.
clean everything out and.
Well, my only thing about new equipment, I mean, I'm sure I got to figure it out. What about the air pockets?
So it won't leave you air pockets. It's gotta be in a certain, on a loop system, except the dead ends. But that's something that they're gonna demonstrate for us. That's why I said we're just looking into it. But the way we saw the video and stuff, the way that it works, it's a nice piece of
Well, it
equipment.
makes sense.
We wanna,
It saves a lot of water.
it's zero water, zero discharge water.
So you're flushing fire hydrants, there's a lot of water going down.
Yeah, and like I said, what it does is it sucks everything and it cleans the pipes and everything. And it's got filters and everything on the truck, so the water runs through the filters, keeps all the sediment and everything and puts all the clean water back in.
What did you need, Travis?
I was just gonna say, take a note, but I gotta know here and I'll meet with you later on.
Okay,
So even, so monthly order sampling testing is still ongoing. We did have to employees attend the CPR training, to employees attend bucket training. We do continue our, monthly vehicle inspection maintenance. We did paint the Hot Springs, Luna, Medite, and Old National Radio Station. Along with that, we did update the interior lights at the Mullins main regulating station with fireproof light bulbs. Natural gas service activity summary, service work orders is a total of 433. Compliance and safety, initiated the SBA acquisition process and employee medical clearance coordination, coordinating with New Mexico South Insurance Fund and Mobile Health Diagnostics for fit testing, collaborating with Las Vegas Fire Department for SBA certification support. I know I brought that up in the past. This is something we are moving forward with for safety aspects of our personnel with the breathing apparatus, along with the fit testing, the training.
So that means you're gonna share with the guys.
All of us are gonna have to go down. That's one of the things. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's been one of the biggest opposition from some of my guys, because as you see Travis's face or even my face, a lot of the guys, they have beards, so that's one of the biggest things that we are gonna have to do, but we're probably gonna be here with this mustache and do a handlebars or something moving forward, but it's gonna be a good thing moving forward for the guys, our safety goes, but yeah. We are gonna shave Cal. I'm gonna have shave with him, but that way they don't feel like, hey, if we're being targeted, but we're not doing it. So that's gonna be huge. We did participate in the Energy World Compliance Leadership Forum. We attended the Paradigm Safety Training, February 25th. All gas crew attended this course. We staggered them. They were set up from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We were able to schedule accordingly. Responded to an alleged 18-inch clearance violation, documentation submitted and violation waived. So along with this, what we are doing as far as compliance aspect, we are members of Utilisphere. So in the years past, we used to take place during these, and the reason why this is documented in the compliance report is we did get a letter of violation along with a probable fine. Now the fine was $40,000. And so what our staff is doing prior to excavating, they're taking pictures, they're measuring everything. They're, as they're looking for underground utilities that are utilizing the backer, we did expose everything that was located as they did, proceed with upgrading the new service. While they were hand digging, they did hit a cable. The cable was damaged, cable was not located, was not marked. They got contacted out, their locator came out, verified it wasn't located, it was live. He made a note of it, somewhere along the line, it went up to his management team. Their management team submitted the damage report along with us, we submitted the damage report as well. Now, when they submitted their damage report, they stated we failed to look for the underground utility that was marked. Well, our pictures in our notifications saved us when we send those pictures along with the reports, everything that was initiated to find a way. They contacted us back, they're like, you know what, whatever you guys are doing over there right now, we want to salute you guys because in the years past, you guys would have ate this 40,000 because you guys didn't have nothing to cover yourselves in the past. Other people have this documentation, they utilize it. Some contracting underground utility owners will utilize those type of methods against you, whether it's 8,000, 4,000, 40,000, those type of things assist us moving forward on being able to protect our assets. We're preparing for the next PRC audit. We have an audit coming down for the gas, May 18th to the 20th. We do have everything that they are asking for in reference as far as documentation. I'm pretty confident this will be a good audit and report. We're reviewing 5+ years of OQ qualification and updating the OQ plan along with the O&M manual. Solar waste management report, they prepared equipment for the surplus, equipment for auction. We have a new hire over there, labor, Nathan Marquez, maintain transfer station grounds, completed work orders, continued conducting commercial bin audits and replacing damaged bins. Coordinating with the drainage improvements for the scale area. I did speak on that earlier. We have started obtaining quotes for the interior pole panel metal sheeting improvements. So we do want to upgrade internally. This is going to be a project we're going to handle and conduct internally. Is actually doing pole panel inside the transfer station. So that way, where we do have damaged pole panel, etc., where it does look damaged, we're going to facelift the inside of the transfer station at solid waste. We obtained the Clean and Beautiful grant. We did start working on the project quotes. So the Clean and Beautiful grant consists of the river cleanup. We are scheduling to do a river cleanup on April 24th, I believe, with the mayor, city employees, city manager, etc. Conducted weekly safety trainings as well as always. Solid waste. Let me get into the work orders. So customers, we did serve a total of 788 customers in the month of last month, in the month of February. Tires collected 53, mattresses 75, box springs 26, sofas 55, 1 chairs 3, miscellaneous extra services 116. That conducts my solid waste and gas monthly report.
The only thing I don't think is probably don't have more longer. We don't have two things.
Or so CPR, it's one of those to have somebody who's competent. So in reference to that, from last year I already had 2, the year before I had another 2 or 3. So almost everybody within the gas, they were already all CPR except for 2. So same thing for the solid waste, and I know they didn't put that solid waste, but for solid waste, we did send 4 employees for solid waste. And same thing for the year before, we did have 4, same thing for the year before, I think we had 3 as well. Long we have somebody competent, so every year we try to keep them a little bit staggered where there's so many, so like with solid waste, there's always going to be more employees sent to those trainings because it's a bigger crew versus the gas crew, but with the gas crew, everybody was already CPR certified, if that makes sense, except for those 2.
You mean CDL?
CDL, the same thing. CDL is ongoing. So right now within the gas, we have, I believe, 1 individual who's actually going through MED, starting the process right now with actually doing his.
Oh, I thought you were talking about CDL.
Oh no, the CPR. Okay, CPR. And same thing for solid waste. So what we do is with our laborers as well. Laborers, as they start meeting their 6 month, probationary period. After they get the probationary period, if we have somebody who's interested in becoming a driver, well, those are offered for the reference. Oh, that's, well, depending on certain positions and titles that they do hold, it is mandatory. Now, as a labor, it is mandatory, but until they get into those maintenance step one positions, packer driver ones, it is mandatory. So it does open up those opportunities for them as well to get compensated for their CBR along with advancements with the CBR.
I have a question, is this almost $1 million tons? Is that about the average?
Almost, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
About.
That's more or less the average, yeah, and it varies. I mean, sometimes it's a little, yeah, sometimes it's a little bit less, so depending right now, in fact, so what we are discussing is bringing back amnesty days as well. So we're gonna almost kind of follow the same amnesty days that we did last year. That's probably gonna be off by maybe a day or two. But, so of course, for amnesty days, it does spike up a little bit more. And then, but then after the amnesty days, it'll drop down significantly as well also. So this number that you're seeing right now, it'll be a lot less the following month or next month. And then of course, for the next amnesty day, on the second amnesty day, you'll see a little bit of an influx of a spike, but not as severe. So the amnesty days are serving its purposes on assisting the community to fight. But more importantly, to get rid of debris and everything where it doesn't necessarily stay up, if that makes sense. And reference trips the number your
Oh, yeah.
delivery per each.
Well, we have the outside.
So all the tires, yeah.
That's a never ending story.
It's you know what though, one of the things through the environmental department, we did get around them, we get around them audits. Sometimes it's not necessarily a bad thing, sometimes they come down to tell you what you are doing in a positive way, and there are other times they do go random audits, they did do a random inspection. We did get the letter back from the Mexico environmental department. One of it was in reference towards our scale, the other one was in reference towards the contingency plan. Another thing they audited was our loadout reports. We did a few adjustments, a few updates and revisions. We received a letter about 2 weeks ago. No further action needed. We are in compliance with the contingency plan, the scale, with the scale being updated, all fully digital. That summarized with their concern they had, along with the loadouts. Some of the loadout reports they had were probably implemented in the 90s. We had to revise, update those, and they were impressed with how we revised and updated moving forward. So no further action needed from the environmental department inspection and audit.
Does the city still have the strip for the normal size tires?
Yes, sir.
They didn't have one for the big.
Yes, sir. For the radio, for the, that's it, not a non-commercial tires, we can go. Yes. So what we're doing is, especially like for the days of amnesty day events, we do have a bin, 40-yard bin that we utilize that will be empty. So during that time, we allow X amount of tires during per visit, right? Now, if we allow those tires, what we do is we put those in the bins, they're all separated. As they're separated by individual. Now, what we do is after that, we start scheduling certain employees, where it's 2 laborers, 3 laborers. During a little bit of downtime, they're shredding tires. They're cutting tires, so we get on to wagon ones that we don't get the cost for per tire. It's $2 question.
What's the savings on
Per tire, it's $5.75 per tire. With the lateral, $5.25, I apologize. $5.25.
One for
Yeah, yeah. Whatever we get billed at wagon mom, that's what we're.
and the wagon mount downfield is expensive. But I like that street.
It's what the wagon mom outfit's doing extremely good. It has been, the one time it doesn't ever reach capacity where they're shutting down because of capacity. But one time that they have had to shut down for us because of windy conditions or weather conditions as far as snowing, raining, but the wagon mom outfit's doing good. I mean, we haven't had any issues. The only concerns we've gotten out of them is though sometimes we're able to get out a load out when it's windy. Or call, hey, this is the last load you guys are gonna be able to take and shut down. So So we haven't had to shut down, so that's huge.
It's like there's already.
It is,
Over someone.
Jonathan, what's Jonathan's last name?
Arthur.
Jonathan Arthur, yes. Arthur Regional.
I know some markers.
Yeah.
So that's all.
That's huge for us, though. You remember, the time if we go back, there was documentation of a solid waste transfer station being closed up to 40 times per year, 50, 60 times per year, you know? And we haven't shut down for full day in the last year now. And we've had to shut down for maybe an hour, 2 hours, but we haven't had to shut down a full day. And I thought we haven't even had to shut down an hour or two. And keep in mind, the moment we have to do that, it's being necessary for certain things that are taking place at the facility.
Yeah, I mean, but
Yeah.
hold the shut.
So I get, we're doing something right. We're doing something right with it.
So, yeah, that's true. I appreciate that. Mr. Chairman, any comments, questions for the members? I have a question. Are we going to be getting a counselor to be part of this committee?
Are we gonna get what? Sorry.
A city councilor to be part of this.
Oh.
misses the.
Not that we heard of. Okay. Not that we heard of.
Well, I think so.
That's not a requirement.
So the moment we hear about that, if we do hear, of course, we'll be transparent with you all.
Because they all should attend. It's no big deal for us.
Right.
Okay, the discussion items, pretty much the project status are along with your guys' reports, you know? So we might as well just either change that or just overlook it every time.
Well, it's okay that the projects say that, because we could just mention the major projects, like we've got so many projects right now anyways.
Yeah.
Like the ones I always tell you, SCADA, it's almost done, filter bed's done. So those are like the two major projects I have.
And it's saying for us, so the ongoing project is, of course, the building over at Mullins.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned earlier, in fact, we're being hauling millions. We're actually hauling dirt over there. Thanks to Mr. Martinez on allowing us to haul dirt out of
You guys are some of the biggest revenue in town now.
this, sir. So, so,
Hey,
not about it, actually, we're not, bro. That's for the building, over there. The other thing that's ongoing as well is the transfer station expansion.
They can take your blood. To change the subject, I'm trying to get you.
So one of the other ongoing projects as well is the expansion of the transfer station. I know we brought that forward as well also. We've been chasing money, we've been chasing around. It's not premature to be discussed, it just hasn't came out yet from the council. But they actually have been brought forward to the mayor, it's been brought forward to the city manager. We did apply for a grant with the Mexico Environmental Department in reference towards the solid waste needs. We do need to upgrade the tipping floor. Now, part of my research on what we need to do, we can't shut down in reference towards the repair of the tipping floor. You have to have them on an alternative solution as far as what you're gonna be doing, how you'll be loading up. The alternative will be to have the expansion. Once the expansion takes place, you're able to commercialize one designated area along with one area being strictly residential. The moment you have that in place, now you're able to utilize one for commercial and residential, do the repairs on the tipping floor, along with your upgrades of the chute, electrical, the fans, etc. So that's going to be something taking place here pretty soon. So we can discuss more in detail. So as soon as that takes place, we'll share you.
Okay, are there any announcements? What's been discussed? Member comments, Mike?
No.
Mike?
Yeah, Mike.
And,
If we find something out on the council, then we'll let you know.
Yeah.
Cousins, I'll get this, talk with my staff to get the guys over there at the college club. We'll get that taken care of.
The room, not even, we're not sending the councilman, we're sending the mayor. I'm just joking.
I don't know, I mean,
Joking. I mean, whoever you want to be, whoever it is, we're welcome to bring it.
they'll learn a lot here.
We lost it already. We should get a public inputs on a regular basis, and they died off. Two guys.
If you really look at it, the,
McCaffrey and,
Then more.
but, if you look on YouTube and you come to these, on YouTube, our meetings, there's a lot of views that people sit there and they watch it. I think last time I saw 127 views. On our last meeting,
I've been told.
yeah, people come and they watch the YouTube and they watch us, you know. They laugh. They read that this is the coolest community you can watch.
They see my, what I call my use head.
Okay, let's call this meeting to adjourn at 2:37 PM.
And.
Cool. Looking forward to